Yo, what's up, everybody? Chris here from Fake Sports News, back at it again with another video. Today, I'm going to be bringing you guys a quick recap of what happened during yesterday's matches, that, of course, being Thursday's matches, as well as what you can expect going into today's matches, that being Friday's matches. So, looking back to yesterday's matches, we kicked things off with the Minnesota Rocker taking on the LA Gorillas. You guys know I had the Minnesota Rocker walking away with a 3-1 victory in this series, but of course, it went to a game five. Minnesota won map one, then LAG won map two as I predicted, and then of course Minnesota won map three as I predicted they would, and LAG won map four. So that was the first upset that I didn't really call correctly in that series. And then of course Minnesota closed out in the game five. They looked great in the searches. Um, in the game five search, they looked good in the first hard point. Second hard point, they got absolutely washed. They looked great in the control. And all in all, Minnesota, they looked pretty good in that series. But I would say one takeaway for them is that they probably shouldn't play checkmate unless they really figure out how to play that map a little bit better. Of course, in our next matchup, we had Optic Chicago taking on the New York Subliners, and I got that one wrong for sure. I said 3-1 Optic, as you guys know, and Subliners, they came out and they dominated Optic. Um, Dominated them in the map one hardpoint apocalypse. Optic got 100-point clubbed, I'm pretty sure. Of course, map two express. It wasn't pretty. I believe it was a 6-2 or a 6-3. And map three checkmate control. Optic, of course, won that 3-1, but it was really close. It almost went to a round four, excuse me, round five. But Optic clutched up in the end. And then the last hard point of the series, of course, that being map four, I just don't know what happened. Optic, they of course got P2 control, and then they just rotated to P3 really late, and it was weird. I mean, they knew New York was going to give it up, and they just rotated late, and they kind of threw at the end. So New York, they clutched up, of course. I mean, all they had to do was watch Eski's side, and yeah, it's pretty easy to hold P3 if you're watching Eskies and teams pushing from P2. So New York closed that out. They looked really good in that series, honestly. So I like the New York Subliners going into this major. I think they're going to continue that momentum that they have now. And I'm very interested to see how their series against the Thieves tomorrow goes because that'll tell us a lot about how the major is going to go. Those are my two teams that I expect to really make the run. Of course, the major as it stands now, along with Toronto. Toronto's a shoe-in to make a run at the major, right? These guys are 4-0 in stage one, excuse me, stage three. They've only lost one map this entire time. So I think LA Thieves, New York Subliners, Toronto Ultra, and FaZe are the top four right now. But it depends on how FaZe rebound. I just don't see any other team that would realistically be in the top four conversation at this moment. Optic, I mean, love them, but they've looked really bad in the last two matches. Against top teams, obviously that being Thieves and Subliners, they got absolutely clapped. It's just got to keep it a buck with you guys. Got to keep it a buck 50. They got absolutely clapped. So hopefully they can go back to the drawing board, figure out how to play their respawns better and how to close things out. I mean, they're making the same mistakes over and over and over and over and over again. If I see them give up, time one more freaking time, dude. Like they give up time all the time, and they just I don't know. They slay out and then don't get in the hill. It's just weird. And if they got in the hill all the times that they gave it up, I'm sure that they would win a lot of these really, really close games because a lot of times they lose by 10, 15, 20 points, and they literally leave the hill empty sometimes for 30 seconds. So I'm just like, all right, you guys are just not playing correctly, and you need to go back to the drawing board, review VOD, and fix the small things, and you'll be fine. Enough of that. On to today's matches. Of course, we have my home team. I'm an Atlanta man. FaZe up, baby. So we have my home team, the Atlanta FaZe, taking on the Seattle Surge. Personally, I see this going down to the wire. I think it's a 3-2. I think Decimate will make a big difference in Seattle Surge's game. He's been lining it up in challengers all year long. So with that being said, I expect map one to go in FaZe's favor. I expect map two to go in Seattle's favor. Even though FaZe has brought in Tupac, they haven't really improved considerably in search yet. So Maybe today will be that day, but as it stands, Surge have been a really solid Surge team lately. So I think that will continue with, of course, Decimate being added to the roster. He's been playing very well in Search and Destroy and Challengers. And just all across the board, the guy's been really on a mission to get back into the Pro League, and he finally did it. So shout out to Decimate. Happy to see him back. Map 3, I think, goes in favor of FaZe. Surge have not been very strong on control this year, and I don't think that'll change. Map 4, however, I do think Surge win. I think they win the second hard point, and I think that takes us to a game 5. I think FaZe take it in the game 5. But honestly, Seattle could take it in the game 5. With a new player, you know the honeymoon phase is a very dangerous thing to encounter, even if you're the best team in the world, like Atlanta FaZe is, obviously based on the leaderboard and just their performance all year long. So we'll see how it goes. I think FaZe win in game 5, like I said. I think it goes map 1 FaZe, map 2 Seattle, map 3 FaZe, map 4 Seattle, map 5 FaZe. But we'll see if anything's different. Maybe FaZe 3-0, maybe they get a 3-1. Maybe Seattle looks kind of flat and lost since they haven't gotten a lot of practice time with Desi. Who knows? But I think it goes game 5, and I think FaZe win. In our last matchup of the day, we have the Dallas Empire taking on the Florida Mutineers. And honestly, Florida, they've just been such a streaky team. Even the stage, like all year long, of course, we all know that. But this stage, man, they've been so streaky. Like they got blown out by Paris in their last series. They lost 3-1. Um, but then they'll come back and beat a good team, like let's say, I don't know, Dallas, right? Like I don't really know what to expect today. Mutineers play really well against top tier teams, and they play terribly against the Grunts. They're like the opposite of Optic. Optic stomps the Grunts and then struggles against the big guns. So I don't know. I think the Empire walk away with this one though, most likely. I think they take map 1. I think Mutineers take map 2. Well, actually, reverse that. I think Mutineers take map 1. I think Dallas takes map 2. I think Dallas takes map 3. I think Mutineers take map 4. And I think Dallas takes game 5. So we'll see how it goes, but I think obviously the Dallas Empire should walk away with this matchup victory. But like I said, the Florida Mutineers, they're a weird team, man. They turn up at the wrong times for my pockets likings, of course. And yeah, we'll see how it goes. But I think that matchup is going to be kind of crazy. It has upset potential for sure on the side of Florida. But yeah, hope you guys enjoy all the action today. We're going to have some good matches. And hope you guys have a great morning, noon, or night, wherever you may be on this beautiful planet. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share this video with a friend or family member if you found it interesting or you just want to, help them foray into the world of competitive COD. So yeah, guys, enjoy the COD like I said. Hope you have a great morning, noon, or night, wherever you may be on this beautiful planet, and I will catch you on the next video. Once again, this has been Chris from Fake Sports News, and I am signing off. Peace.